We traveled to Guatemala City to witness the largest Holy Thursday procession of Semana Santa at the Church of Nuestra Señora de Candelaria. Preparations began the night before when residents of 13th Avenue, adjacent to the church, hold vigil. A festive atmosphere prevails and all celebrate, either by working on an alfombra or breaking a few moves on the pavement. It's a family affair. The alfombras are as central to Semana Santa as the andas themselves. The sawdust is gathered throughout the year and dyed brilliant colors. The choice of design is personal, and the symbols, whether Mayan, Catholic, or a fusion of both, are universally recognized and revered. It's a labor of love that takes hours to create and is quickly destroyed by the passing procession, representative of life's transitory nature.
There are 8 stops on Harmony V's classic Greece cruise, and each one is different from the last. On Kythera, called the Green Island because of its small streams and springs, I rent a car to explore its colorful villages, surprising waterfalls, hidden coves, and fine beaches. On the other hand, Monemvasia, the Gibraltar of Greece, is more connected to its past. Founded by the Byzantines in the 6th century, it has seen many conquerors. Once the home of thousands, today it has less than a dozen residents. Yet while the upper town lies in ruins, the lower town persists and prospers with its restaurants, cafes, and shops. Monemvasia means single entrance, and as if protected by its sole portal to the outside world, the town continues to revel in its cultural history. Each passenger is such a surprising area here in Port Aransas. How'd you get here, Hector?
Well, I came down here in 1992 on spring break and blew the motor on my car and never quite made it back. But I was kind of happy that the car blew up. It put me in a place that is my new home. I'll never leave here again. It's just.
What do you like most about it?
It's just so relaxing and tranquil.
Well, this is obviously one of the landmarks here, Hector.
Yeah, this is our 1857 Lydian lighthouse. During the later months of the Confederate War, the Confederate troops tried to blow it up. Union forces eventually took it over. The lighthouse became a state lighthouse, and now it's privately owned.
That's cool.
You know, up ahead's a crab trap there. Let's take a look at it. I bet they won't mind. We have lots of great fishing here, all kinds, even crab fishing. It's not reserved just for Alaska.
Port Aransas is the only town on 18-mile-long Mustang Island, one of the Texas barrier islands. Located at the natural entrance from the bay into the Gulf of Mexico, it is also unique in that while only 153 miles from San Antonio, when you drive off the free 5-minute ferry from the mainland, you say adios to Texas and yaman to island time.
There's another unique thing you can do in Port Aransas. That is drive on the beach. It's only possible to do so in a few places in the country. Take a street legal vehicle, come out on the beach. The roads are nice, or I should say the beach is nice for driving on. And for only $12 a year, you can get a parking permit, which allows you to camp on the beach for 3 days absolutely free. You can also picnic. You can even have alcoholic beverages on the beach if you don't have a glass container. Yeah, they work real hard here in Port Aransas so that you will have a good time.
So the pelicans have come back, but other birds have virtually gone. The birds like red knot have declined considerably.
Why is that?
Almost all of the world's populations of red knot stop off in Delaware Bay, and they feed on the horseshoe crab eggs. Recently, however, fishermen are taking horseshoe crabs to use as bait, so they're actually being affected by something so distant.
So we are connected.
What I see in doing this for a long time, I see these birds that aren't very common because they come through for a few days and then they're calm, they're in migration. When the sanderlings come here, they establish territory, and although they look like there might be thousands of them milling around, that one just chased off another one from his territory. Laughing gulls. People are totally oblivious to them, and in fact, some people call them sky rats or something.
Yes, yes.
And they have, they're not. They're the essence of the beach. I mean, look at it. So, somewhere here, okay, right here is I pipe plover, I call it green on yellow green. I've been seeing this bird in this spot since 2003.
He's an old friend.
Yeah, I know him well. The birds are abundant, but I want to get across to people, each one of those birds actually has some individual mode in life, and they're not just milling around en masse. But nature has a little plan for them, and things are declining, and my contribution is to help people be aware of that, and maybe they'll do something about it.
Well, after 33 years, this is really your beach, and these birds are really your friends.
That's right.
Thank you very much for introducing us to them and to bringing us out here.
My pleasure.
Thank you for joining me on my Port Aransas island adventure. And Jesus, crying out with a loud voice, said, "Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit." And having said this, he breathed his last. During our Semana Santa visit here in Antigua in Guatemala, we've followed the story of the last days of Jesus from Palm Sunday to today, Good Friday. Every day the clothing has changed, the mood has changed, and today's probably the most somber because the image of Jesus has been removed from the cross, the crucified Jesus has been laid into sepulchre. The mood is festive in a way because Good Friday is good because of what happens out of Good Friday, the resurrection. What do you think about this Semana Santa celebration? Epiodes. Thank you for joining me on my Greek cruise adventure. When people speak of classical Greece, they are often referring to places where ancient ruins tell a story of times long past, the grandeur that was Greece. Yet when I think about what is classic about Greece, I think of people. I remember our friends in Kia, the chef in Crete, our hostess at the taverna in Mykonos, because what they all have in common is a genuine desire to share their life with you. That is no small thing, because in Greece, once you make the transition from stranger to friend, there is no going back. So while buildings may crumble and columns fall, the grandeur that is Greece lives on, because it has always been in the heart and soul of the people. And there, it can never die. Until next time, this is Joseph Rosendo, reminding you of the words of Mark Twain. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. Kalo taksidi. Happy traveling.
Travelscope is made possible by